We need some microphones. So good morning, y'all. We're absolutely delighted to have all of you here. I'm Marie Lynn Miranda. I'm the new Dean of the School of Natural Resources and Environment here at the University of Michigan, and it's my pleasure to officially kick off Visit Day. It's something that we look forward to here at the school, and it's an annual tradition, and it's exciting for me because it's my first annual. And I hope it's exciting for you because it's your first annual, because we're hoping that you'll be here as first-year students and second-year students welcoming admitted students in the years to come. So before I go on, the first and most important thing for me to do on Visit Day is to thank and acknowledge the work of our Office of Academic Programs. So we have two of our representatives here. I don't know if others Adam and Sierra. These are the folks who have been working with you and your paperwork behind the scenes, and they will become your go-to problem solvers when you matriculate at SNRE, and they'll also become your friends when you're enrolled here. So we are really grateful to have such a fantastic Office of Academic Program staff. They work really hard all year, and they certainly make it much easier for us to do all kinds of other things here at the school. So you're sitting in the largest classroom in the greenest building on campus. So we're green for a lot of reasons. We have, as you walk around the building, you can see all kinds of signage about it, but you can see our skylights, you can see our water-fed cooling panels. We use recycled materials throughout, especially in the renovation process. You'll see all of those. And of course, I am certain that you will all be excited to visit our composting toilets. I know I am whenever I go to our composting. I'm excited to be there. So there are all these external signs of how green we are, but it's also true that we're green because we've always walked the walk when it comes to advancing the principles of sustainability. It's not just we teach it in the classroom, it's not just our curriculum is about this or we do a little bit of research on it. We embrace it as our personal value, and our curriculum, Bill Curry, our Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, will talk about that a little bit more. We advance it through our student partner research. Michael Moore, our Associate Dean for Research, will talk about that more. We advance it through our faculty, but we advance it most importantly through our collective commitment to our school's mission. That mission, in case you're not familiar with it, is to protect the Earth's resources and achieve a sustainable society. It's clear, it's concise, it's to the point, and it's something that we carry around in our heads and our hearts all the time. So the admitted students, we have about 140 of you here. It's a really diverse and eclectic group. As Sandra can tell you, enormous commitment to diversity at this university. We believe it is the responsibility of people in higher education, especially leaders in higher education, to prepare culturally competent citizens. And this is a place where you will be valued for who you are. The academic life at SNRE is, it's really kind of incredible. We have this incredibly talented pool of faculty who are here already, who believe in our mission and believe that the most profound way that we fulfill our mission is through our teaching program, through our curricular program, through the programs that y'all have applied to and have come here to find out more about. In addition to the faculty who you've already read about on the web, we have 2 new faculty joining us next year who are coming from the fields of environmental economics and integrated assessment. We'll be doing additional searches next year in sustainable food systems and in environmental behavior change. So as rich and talented as the pool of faculty is here already, it's getting richer and deeper and more varied and more exciting. For those of you who are thinking, well, what will my life be like if I move to Ann Arbor? It's according to Forbes, and if Forbes says it, it must be true. It's like if you read it on the internet, it must be true. Ann Arbor is the most livable city in America. The other 2 are in Utah and Pennsylvania, so you can see if you can figure out what those two cities are. I'm not telling you because that's not in my interest. Last month, Kiplinger, which is, I don't know if y'all are familiar with this, it's a publisher of investment and finance magazines, named Ann Arbor the best U.S. city for singles. I haven't told my husband about this. And better yet, they estimate that a date night tab costs just about $24. And so my husband is still in North Carolina with my son, who is a senior in high school, so it's my two daughters and myself, and I can assure you that when we have girls' night, this figure is actually quite accurate, and there are a lot of really wonderful things to do here, and it's a town that's just plain fun. I have begun making a new life with my daughters here since the beginning of the calendar year, and we are really enjoying our time here. The cultural life at the school is pretty cool too. We have a wide range of activities, and students play a key role in all of them. We have campfire in the fall, we have the winter solstice party, we have the spring sustainable. That event is next Friday, and if you are so moved by the University of Michigan that you say, I'm going to come here and I'm just going to stay, then you can be here for Sustainable, and that will be very exciting for you because I myself will be leading the Groove Like a Small Bird Species line dance. And I know that none of you want to miss that. So they came and serenaded me, which was, I think, one of my very best days in my first month as deanship. I love music, I love to be around it, and it was just a very cool thing to have that happen. We have student-run food co-ops, and we have a really vibrant student government. I've enjoyed interacting with our student leaders quite a bit. We also have student-led academic symposia. Already this year we've had one on sustainable food systems, one on conservation leadership, and one on research in the Andes in South America, all of which were conceived of, implemented, and made really successful through the activities of students. You know, with the enthusiasm and support of the larger school community as well. So we're kind of, I have this feeling that I know some of the things that might be going through your heads right now because you're deciding whether or not to join the SNRE community. And at this time last year, I had only just, maybe 1 or 2 days, a year and 1 or 2 days, I had only just submitted my letter of interest for the deanship, and I had to be talked into submitting that letter of interest by multiple calls from a headhunter. And I'd been at another university for more than 20 years. I had a great job, my family, loved where we were living, you know, it was a really good situation. Nothing was broken. If nothing's broken, you don't need to fix anything. But the headhunter said enough things to me and got me thinking that I submitted my letter of interest. And in retrospect, I am really grateful for the persistence of that headhunter because I already feel deeply that the decision to come here to the University of Michigan is one of the very best decisions that I've made. I grew up in Detroit, and I grew up in Detroit at 6th and Livernois. So I always have a little thing with people who, actually it's a funny thing, when I was here for my 2-day public interview less than a year ago, somebody stopped me, I was taking a walk around campus, somebody stopped me and asked me for directions, which was kind of funny. And we were walking in the same direction, and he said, I asked him if he was from the area, and he said, no, I'm from Detroit. And I said, oh, you're from Detroit. Where in Detroit are you from? And he said, Canton. So I don't know how many of you know the area is Detroit, but like Detroit is here, and Canton is here. It's like, it's not in Detroit, okay? And those of us who are from Detroit, we know that Canton is not Detroit. And I said to him, you know, using that very famous great anatomical prop for our geography, dude, you're not from Detroit, you're from Canton. So I grew up in Detroit, and I grew up admiring the University of Michigan, both for what it accomplished, but also for its emblematic status as the very finest research university, public research university. And I emphasize the public because there are a lot of things that go into being a public university. And the biggest thing for me about the University of Michigan and why I believe it is the very finest public university is that we live our values day in and day out. And that is, that is so much part of the personality and decision-making nature of our campus. These are critical times for those of us who are concerned about the environment. I'm not going to list all the data that all of you have heard so many times. That's why you already know that. That's why you've applied here. These are critical times for those of us who are concerned about the environment, but they are also times of great opportunity to make a difference. And SNRE is committed to seizing those opportunities and in so doing, affecting real and meaningful change. And we want all of you in that good fight with us.